All right, my good people. So, doing a little bit of shoulder work with my buddy Eric at the gym, per usual. So, mostly the exercises you've seen already. The ones that I haven't showed yet, I'll explain. But I'm just going to kind of talk over this commentary. So, I'm at Aldi's right now because that's my morning job, along with occasional personal training. But I'm outside of the store right now. It's a lot different than the one I usually work at because no one is here and it's 6:52. And my store, I need to be there at 5:45 to start my shift around 5:50, 6 o'clock. Now, I was scheduled 7 to 11 on this one, but no one is here yet. But it's fine. Someone will probably show up at some point. I mean, the store has to open eventually today, so yeah, that should be fine. So yeah, a lot's been going on in life recently. So I just got an apartment with two buddies of mine and we got the keys and signed all the paperwork and everything yesterday. So we moved up in Delaware, which is super cool. I love Delaware. I'm up there like every single day, and I was like, it's about time for me to move up there, and I finally had the opportunity to do that, so that was cool. We got all that taken care of yesterday and got the keys and everything for it. So speaking of Aldi's, I don't know if I'm going to 100% stay with the company, not because I don't enjoy it, just because they can't give me the hours that I need, and moving out, there's rent and other bills that I have to take care of. I do have a job interview today at 3 o'clock, today being the 13th. Yeah, I think it's the 13th today of February. So that being said, I'll probably end up landing that job and maybe doing that, and then like all these like part-time. Well, I'm already part-time, but maybe continuing to do that. I'm not sure. But anyways, it's been a journey getting this apartment and just everything coming into place so easily and so smoothly. I know there's a purpose and a plan for it. I know God has it under control, and we're good. So no need to really worry too much about that there. So I mean, it was kind of stressful, and I didn't have my hopes up for this place just because I was like, we still have to get approved and everything for it. Not anymore, we don't, but we had to get approved when we first put in our applications and gave them like our pay stubs and whatnot. So apparently we made a little bit more than triple rent, I guess, for it. So everything came back good. So we're all good there. So that was a little bit of a process, but it went over really smoothly. So we got everything worked out, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. I'm rooming with a couple really good buddies of mine, so I'm excited. It's gonna be a lot of good fun. Probably a lot more like videos that I'll be making. I'll probably like start doing some daily like kind of in the life type of thing when I'm not working, depending on what job that I have. So before moving on with anything, this is the exercise that I was talking about that's new. So you want to kind of angle your body and stick your feet against something and hold on to something. When you're angled out like that, there's more tension and more pressure. So I was only using 12 pounds right here. For laterals, I can easily do 20 to 25, no problem. But this one, I was having trouble with 12 towards the end of this one, just because there's a lot more tension and a lot less like swinging motion on this one, because like you can use momentum to kind of get that weight up when you're just straight standing up, but on this one you have no way to get any momentum in there. And the goal is to lock your knees out so you don't have any opportunity to kind of do like a little like quarter squat and then try and lift it up like you see a lot of people do when they're doing really heavy stuff, which is, you're probably not getting ideal muscle contraction that way. But I've been in a phase right now where we're doing like 3, maybe 4 sets, just depending on every single exercise, and we're doing between 12 to 20 reps. It just depends. So because Eric and I both have tendonitis issues, and he has other issues with his body, and our joints have just been hurting and not agreeing with us. So we are like, how about we do some high rep, lighter weight stuff, get some muscular endurance in there, and just wait till our joints just kind of recovered. I mean, give or take, there are a couple movements that we do, like the dumbbell shoulder press. We went pretty heavy on that. That was the first exercise that you saw. We went pretty heavy on that one. I don't think I went any higher than 70 or 75 on that one. So we were just kind of taking it easy at that point and just going for it. And I don't know how long we'll be on that phase. My joints are starting to feel better. Other than my knees, I did a light leg day yesterday, and I haven't done legs in like a week. So I was at my buddy's house, and I thought I heard my car turn on. I was like, how? Is someone stealing my car? No one knows how to turn my car on. It's different. I'll have to give a video tutorial. I have not given a walkthrough of my 99 SI. It's a special one, and I'll get into that in another video. But I thought someone was stealing it, and I was just like, what is going on? Not that my buddy lives in the hood or anything, but you just never know. So I go to put both my knees on his couch, and both my legs bend back, so like my ankle's going towards my glutes, and I got a double Charlie horse in both my hamstrings, and I was like, oh no! Like, I was in so much pain. All my friends are like, what happened? I was like, double Charlie horse. And they were like, ooh, ow, and then they all started laughing at me. So, but it is all good. That went away pretty quickly, and I stretched like crazy right after that, and I did just fine. So I stretched about 3 times before I went to bed throughout the evening. So that definitely helps. I would recommend stretching after every single leg day you do. Don't do it before, but do it after. So, and I'll explain why to stretch after and not before a workout. So I'll kind of get into that later on in a separate video. But I think someone's pulling up here. I don't know if they're for Aldi's. Yeah, I think they are. Jeep Renegade. And that's a very interesting looking Jeep. But to say none the least. Anyways, I think someone's here. I don't know if it's a shift leader or something, so I might have to finish this voiceover later, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, so just a lot of things have been happening. So the apartment, and have an interview, looking for another job on top of Aldi's, or maybe just like a full-time job. I don't know. Just trying to find something up in Delaware just to like tide me over. You know what I mean? Just so I can like make rent and whatnot. So I took a pretty risky chance here on going into something that I don't have quite full income for. But to say none the least, sometimes big risk comes big reward. You just never know. So that's one of those things where it's like, should I take this risk and in hopes that it will work out to get a big reward, or do I stay safe and not take any risks and ever find out? You know? So I took this risk, and trust me, I'll make it work. Something will happen, something will work out. Like I said, God has it under control, and we're good. So that's always fun. So all right, so I'm going to explain this exercise. I will stop talking about life and getting back to the workout. And so you guys have seen this before, obviously, but I've been doing a lot of weight exercises, so not necessarily the amount of reps that I'm doing, just depending on the movement. But like for this one, for instance, so we just did it in pretty much until failure on this. So we're doing a shoulder shrug machine for the traps. So we started off at 1 plate. I did 30 reps for my first plate. I can't believe I remember that. And I just started progressively going down by 5 reps every plate we threw on. So we started with 1 plate, then went to 2, went to 3, went to 3.5, and then we went to 4 plates. So we stopped the 4 plates on this one. And then moving on straight out of that, we went into rear delt flies. And so rear delts are one of the most neglected muscles in the entire human body. And then your abductors and adductors are the second most neglected, along with the glutes. So that being said, we were like, you know what, let's work on some rear delts on this one. So we decided to work on some rear delts. We did 4 sets, 12 reps, I believe, on this one, 10 or 12. So I'm not counting my reps as I go. I kind of zone out when I do my voiceovers, or I don't pay attention to the little details. But anyways, video's almost done. Hope you enjoyed. I'm going to end this commentary, and I will see you in the next video.